Good afternoon and welcome into the Craig Kennedy Show here on the SHC Athletics YouTube channel. Nolan Cotillo joined by head coach of the Badgers, Craig Kennedy. Craig, how are we doing today?
Doing very well, thank you.
Just going to hop straight into business today.
Yep.
Heard you brought some highlights for us, so I'll just hand things off to you, let you
Okay.
kind of talk about what we're seeing on the screen here.
Okay, sounds good. Kind of a recap of the whole year and our guys. You know, we were number 20 in the country of points per game and number 39 in free throw percentage this year. So pretty pleased with those numbers. Here we are, a little fast break. Lob to Steve from Eli. Eli, just the consummate assist man. Here's Steven on a break, punching that at Tuskegee. Looking here, running it. The first half at Kentucky State was really, really, really good. Nice pass fake there by Steven, pull-up jump shot. Here's Tim running the floor. You know, so much as Tim went, our season went. When Tim was playing well, we were doing well. They're pressing us. Hit the ball ahead to Eli. Hello. Somebody go. Great look at the cut there by Rocco Lamuno, freshman. Made the all-freshman team this year in SIAC. Steven wide open on the side. He's going to take that. Eli running the floor. A dazzling move there. Bit of an Irish jig. Celebrating St. Patrick's Day early. Here's Bo with the ball. Finds Eli. Little cut. Well, that was quite a maneuver there. The luck of the Irish on that one for our boy. Great lead pass there by Bo. Walter. Dangerous from any spot on the floor. Great job, our student section behind. There they are getting excited for Walter again. Rocco, great looking for Big T. Here we go, Eli, grinding, dish off, Big T with the flush. Get a little bit of defense. Tim pokes that one away. There's Eli again with the ball. Sees Tim cutting, running the lane down the middle. That's just great when you get your big man running the floor like that. And the big man can step out and shoot it every now and then. Love that part of his game. There he is running the floor again against Miles. That was such a tough game with Miles. Such a good team. Here we are on defense. Steven with a steal at Lane College, taking that one home. Eli, nice little dish to Walter in the corner. Walter back in his hometown there of Jackson, Tennessee. Eli, and he can finish as well. Bo, dish off. Eli, quick pass. Love the ball movement there. Love the ball movement there. Eli again with the assist, this time to Bo. Pump fake, step back, knocking down the three. Here we are at Morehouse College. Walter on a trail. That was deep. That was deep.
That was almost logo.
Yeah. And, this time, assist, Luca Ertman. Luca, one of the most unselfish role players you're ever going to see. Great backdoor cut by Lou with a pass from Sprout. Bo coming down the floor, sees the hole, drives in on Morehouse. Getting pressed here against Tuskegee. Interesting on this is our two guys who were returning, Rocco and Sprout, were the only two who touched the ball on that possession. Really, really pleased with that. Here's Sprout coming off big web screen, pull-up jumper. And this is our future right here. We got Sprout pulling up for the three. You got Big Web inside. And then we'll see some highlights from Rocco. There's Sprout driving the lane. Eli kicking it out. Colin, limited minutes. You know, had various injuries he fought through. Hit that one at the buzzer with Kentucky State, I think that was, or Tuskegee. And there's Cuzzo hitting one in the corner. Now here we come, Rocco on the break. This kid's special. This kid's really special. We're so excited getting him out of Tennessee. A little give and go, Big T and Rocco, full court give and go. And again, Rocco making the all-freshman team. Steve driving the middle. Great kick out for Rocco in the corner at Tuskegee. Here we are at Savannah State. Give it to the big fella down low. He's really worked on that right-hand hook shot of his there. Does a great job getting his shoulder into the defender and then finishing up high. There, he just bosses himself down. And he's done a great job. You know, he's got himself in really good shape this year. He's dropped some weight. There he's getting double-teamed.
That hook shot, man, is unmatched.
Yeah. And, that's even better.
Oh, yeah.
You know, he's shooting 50% from the floor. Walter getting him the ball inside. Nice split on the double team there, and the big guy finishes. This was beautiful here. There you go. Just jump up and throw it down on the guy. And then finishing up, Rocco at Savannah State. So kind of showing everybody, 4-box Toro All-Americans in 6 years, gone through the season with all of our guys, our veterans, the 6 that we're losing, and then coming back with our guys who are going to carry us into next year.
Yeah, talk about a little more just about those guys. As I was watching that, I was like, man, it's bittersweet to see some of these guys graduate. Unfortunately, we don't get to see them on the court, but we get to go see them, do big things.
In life.
Yeah. Like Steven with the real estate
Yeah.
and some of the other guys with some of their aspirations. I know Walter's getting involved. I've seen him coach before around here and things like that. I mean, he could go a million different ways.
Walter will probably, because of the junior college rule, will get to go to Division I next year.
Really?
Yeah, he has a lot of interest that way, so we've been involved finding the right fit for him.
Exactly.
That's going to be important.
And
Bo will have a year with his junior college, so he's looking to see if there's a Division I place that he can go.
Yeah. And I think those guys they have the caliber to do it.
Yeah. Eli, has international marketing and business, so he's going to get into the business world. Steven will probably look to go overseas and get to play somewhere over there. And Luca will go. I don't know if he's going to work with his dad's company or not, but Luca will graduate and then move on into the business world. And then Tim's going to be looking to go to med school. So that's
Dr. Riley.
Dr. Riley. The doctor is operating at a high level.
Oh, he sure is.
And it's
he
very
sure
high
is.
level when you're almost 7 feet. So, it's really exciting. And having Eli and Steven and Tim and Luca for 4 years has been an absolute blessing. It's hard when you just have such good guys like that. And then, what we don't have on here is Trey Cooks, Fleas, our manager, who's been with us for 3 years. And
Can't forget about him.
No, listening to Fleas and Steven laughing at the back of the bus on road trips it's just a beautiful thing. Even though I would like to sleep sometimes, you can't with those two laughing. But it's just they've just been great guys, great group of seniors, have represented the school so well in everything they've done, and they'll really be missed on campus.
Yeah. And so now circling back, talking about, some of our next generation guys, I see flashes of Isaiah and Sprout.
Correct.
Jaden just continuing to get better.
Yeah.
Rocco obviously having a pretty good breakout year to make the all-freshman team. Talk about what you're seeing there.
Yeah, so with Sprout, and in the Miles game, he really came on, and it's just he's been inconsistent this year, and that's what he has to really work on, is being a consistent ball player. Same with Frank. Frank has worked really hard to get his shot down, and Frank's another one. As a freshman, you're inconsistent. He's going to have to be consistent with his game to get minutes. Rocco, obviously, I think he can be another Walter Peggs because he's got depth. When he shoots the ball, he's got a tremendous work ethic. He's got great touch. He's got real speed when he plays. So he's going to look to have a really enhanced role next year, and challenge for a starting spot. And then obviously Webb inside is he's going to be the man inside for us. So really excited with those guys. Colin, obviously a veteran player, and just hopefully he can be healthy. He had various things throughout the year that set him back. And, he needs to bring his maturity and his understanding of what we want to do with the program.
He's got some big shoes to fill, especially to also follow in the footsteps of his father.
Yeah, as a legacy, that's a big thing. That's a big thing to do. But he can be very, very effective player for us.
Absolutely.
And then Miles Hanna, who we've signed early, will look to come in. Kid scored over 2,000 points in high school, so he knows how to score. And then it's just taking his game, especially the physical nature of the game, to the college level.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Well, I think that's a good point to end on for our first segment. When we come back, we're going to talk a little bit more about just some of the games from this season. Put a bow on things. Unfortunately, it's another bittersweet moment.
Yeah,
we
really
love sitting and talking with you every week, and I know the folks at home love it. But today is the season finale.
Yeah.
But season's just around the corner, really. When you think about it.
It comes pretty quick.
March Madness is going to fly by like that, and then we'll be back on the hardwood before we know it. So
looking forward to it.
Yeah, but that is it for the first half of the Craig Kennedy Show here on the SHC Athletics YouTube channel. Stick around.
This is the way down a path that leads to a place upon the hill. led by thought leaders, activists, and Jesuit princes. Among the Hill is where tradition and a strong desire to do and achieve reside. Ingrained in rich tradition, filled with purpose, fueled by passion. Spring Hill College is for those who seek more.
And welcome back to the Craig Kennedy Show here on the SHC Athletics YouTube channel. Nolan Cotillo joined by head coach of the Badgers, Craig Kennedy, talking about looking back at some of the games this season as we near the end here, talking about the first conference win. You start conference play with the win against Fort Valley State, 94-79 in our house. Some of the numbers from that night, Walter, 23 points, Steven, 21 points, Tim, double-double, 20 points, 10 rebounds, Rocco, 15 points.
Big game for Rock.
Yeah, big game for him. Steven and Tim both hit 8 shots from the floor. Steven, Walter, and Rocco hit 3 threes apiece. And in total, you had 30 points off the bench, so some other contributors from that game.
Yeah,
Big Webb, 7 points. Sprout with 6. So, just talk about recalling that night, what you saw.
Yeah. One of the things we've always talked to our guys about is, listen, you're all capable of scoring 8 to 10 points apiece.
Mm-hmm.
And if you all do that, we're going to average almost 100 points a game.
Mm-hmm.
And our goal is, first team to 100 wins. So it doesn't necessarily have to be just a Walter or a Steven. We had a lot of weapons that we could use. And, we always says Tim went, we went. And, Tim has a big night with a double-double. When that starts happening, and then Webb with 7, then guys got to collapse on our inside game. That's going to leave guys wide open on the outside. And, it's nice when you have 3 players hitting 3 threes each. That's pretty good right there.
Yep.
And again, like you said, Walter or Rocco coming off the bench, big game for him. Big game for him.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think he realizes how good he could be, which is kind of a good thing. It's going to keep him humble.
Yep.
But he can be a really, really nice player for us in the future. So that was a fun game to start the year, almost getting 100 points. And that's the way we want to roll. We love scoring points. Even though our record this year wasn't what we wanted it to be, people will tell you, man, you guys are fun to watch.
You guys were absolutely electric to watch this season. When I was able to be on the broadcast, I know Charlie and I were having a good time.
Yeah.
Felt like we were at an NBA game sometimes
Right.
the way we were scoring. It was really, really, really fun to watch. The fun kept going. You
Yeah.
guys go on to beat Savannah State 86-70. Again, in our place, you say above 500 in conference play, and you beat the now champions in the regular season. So, that was a really good kind of
Big.
gauge at the time for the season.
It was. And, you got to give Savannah State a lot of credit. Young coach coming in, taking over. He really got those guys on a mission. They won 8 in a row.
Oh, yeah.
And then had a really respectable loss to Nova Southeastern, who beat Huntsville last night. They lost by, I think, 12, which is incredible because Nova's averaging 100 and something points a game.
And last year they're the runner-up.
Correct. And won the championship the year before.
Yep.
So that was, hats off to Savannah State and coach for the job that he did there with them.
Almost a statement performance for the conference as a whole.
Really
I mean,
was.
that really shows that the SIAC is about it.
Correct. And this is the big thing for us is why we go out down to Florida and play teams down there. So when we get into the conference tournament, which we intend to be in next year, we know what it's going to be like.
Mm-hmm.
We know what it's going to be like.
Circling back to Savannah State, some of the leaders from that night, Walter Pegg's big night, 29 points from him, 9 buckets, 6 threes. Tim Riley with 14 points. And this one got me when I was writing the release. A double-double. Oh, I misread the column there, but so this doesn't get me as much. Sorry. Double-double from Bo Barber, though. 14 points, 11 assists. So a big one.
Big night for Bo.
And then Stephen Lyles with 11 points. Eli with 8. Rocco with 5. You guys, again, another team performance that night.
Yeah, and that's, you got to play team basketball. Obviously, our system of play, we want to get the ball to the best players, and we want to run action to get them in good spots to hit shots. And then other guys have to know their roles and contribute. But, we're very versatile. We could play inside out. We could run with people, and then we could play in the half court as well.
Yeah. So, really exciting game again that night. You talk about first team to 100 wins.
Yeah.
You guys proved that at the Art against Kentucky State, 101-84 back in January. Some highlights from that one. Pegs and Riley with 19 points apiece. Looks like he had Rocco at 16. Steven a double-double, 11 points, 11 rebounds. Jaden Emery with 11 points. Eli Lenahan, 8 points. Bo Barber, 7 points. Overall, really good night shooting. Over 50% from the floor, 48% from distance. Really fun night. 37 bench points that time and 38 in the paint. So you won the war there. Talk about that.
Well, when you look at that and you think, man, you score 100 and something points, Walter must have had 30 or 40 of them, and he didn't. It was a night where it was the scoring was really, really balanced on our team. We were hitting shots, and this is what we talk to players about. You got to be able to make open shots, and it's something we work on in practice all the time, which is making 2 in a row, 3 in a row in our shooting drills. And this is when you go out recruiting and people call, oh, I got this real good shooter. We don't want shooters. We want makers. Like, can you make shots in a row?
Yep.
Because that's what the game is about. And that night was a night we hit really, really well.
Yeah. Don't want to lead in, 3-point attempts. You want to lead in 3-pointers made.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yep. And then another one you wanted to highlight, really close game in Birmingham at Miles. Following that one in overtime, 83-80, but a really, really, really tough outing from our guys there.
Yeah, it was. And Miles is such a difficult place to play. Number one, they're one of the top defensive teams in the country.
Yes.
Year in and year out. Coach Watson up there does such a good job with them. I think he was Coach of the Year this year, if I recall. And it's a small gym. The fans are right on top of you, so it's a great environment. To win and to play them into overtime and a 4-point loss was tough. But that was a game where Sprout and Rocco and Webb really, really kind of stepped up their games and said, okay, we can be the players of the future for the Badgers. And so I was really proud of them. And, it was really exciting. Chase Shellman was there. We had a couple other alumni there, and always love having our alumni come out to our game and support us.
Yeah. That about wraps things up.
Yeah.
I know you want to shout out some people, some groups that have helped us through the season.
Yeah, definitely. Gulf Coast Tours, who for the most of the year drove us everywhere. Really appreciate them and their professionalism. You, Charlie, our score table, all those people who helped make this happen. Chad, Jacob, and A.D. Nyland. They help make everything go smoothly for us. Our trainers, LB, Ty, and Ant, Dr. Rippey, those people, Christy, who does the rehab. We aren't able to succeed without those people, and we just really appreciate them. And then, of course, our Badger fans, both students and staff and faculty who got out to the games. This is what makes for exciting college basketball, is this small college environment. And when everybody's involved and going, it just makes things run well. And we really appreciate everybody for their support. And just a big purple up and hill yeah to the Badgers, our baseball team, softball team, tennis going right now, golf, and then our track and field program. So get out and support us. These kids work hard. They are students first and athletes second, and they represent the school really well.
Yep. One more person that I think we need to shout out.
Yeah.
Back there.
Danny.
Producer Danny.
Yeah, producer Danny. Thank you so much.
Here, hold on.
Can you get him and look at that shirt he's wearing.
Oh, wow.
Got a good Hoops Madness shoot.
Danny,
I love it.
Switch the camera.
I love it.
Let the folks at home
Yeah,
see.
there you go. Danny, great job, buddy.
There you go.
There you go. That's it. Badger claws up. Love it.
There you go.
It's been a great year, and we're looking forward to another successful season next year.
Lots of fun this year.
Yeah.
Ton more fun in store for next year.
Absolutely.
Keep an eye out on shcbadgers.com and make sure you follow us on all the different social medias, Instagram, X, and Facebook. Keep up with our signees that are coming in. Like you said, Miles Hannah is just the start.
Absolutely.
And we've got more coming in.
Yeah.
We really appreciate all of you at home for watching us this year. Thank you so much. It's been a great one, and we'll see you in what'll feel like probably just a couple weeks, but it's going to be a couple months.
And then we'll be back here ready to run and gun again.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for watching the Craig Kennedy Show this season here on the SHC Athletics YouTube channel. We'll see you next time.
Hell yeah.